Satnam. I am so glad you're with me. You know, the wonderful thing about Google Hangouts and the challenging thing about Google Hangouts is they're so short. The good thing is like, oh, they're really short. I can tune in. The challenging thing is they're so short. Okay, so I just want to say again, welcome. And I want to give you a little moment to say, okay, why am I doing this Google Hangout? What entails me? But first, I want to talk about empowerment. Okay, what does empowerment mean to you? I just want you to close your eyes for a second and look at what does empowerment mean to you? Think about that. Just take a breath into it. You know how you feel when you feel empowered? Like you can do anything, right? And then something comes along and pulls what we say the proverbial rug out from under us. It pulls your plug. It, drains you. It, whatever it is. So how do you get back to that empowered state? That's what I want to give you tools for. And who am I and why do I have the right to do that beautiful thing called guide you in this? I started spiritual communities all over Canada and actually ran one, and I can tell you it ran me, which was great because people say, oh, I run this organization. I think, oh, I know about that, because that's not true. Really, the organization runs you and it up-levels you. If you listen and you pay attention and you see what people are saying, then you can shift it so that it really works and becomes more empowered. The beautiful thing about running a community, a spiritual community, is that it brought out everybody's stuff. But we had a place to go. We had a sacred place to go to take care of that. We had a place, yes, we could talk to each other, we could communicate. It's super important. But we had our meditation, we had our practice, we had our community together that we could work things out. And yes, you could leave, but if you stayed, you really got to work through things. So that's the reason that I'm starting this empowerment community. And hopefully you'll come and be part of it, is because inside of a community you get held and things can change. And if you think, oh my God, I've had people look at me and say, you look like you've never had a care in the world. Really? I had an arranged marriage. First, let's start. I was one of 6 children in a very loud Irish family. So getting heard was a big deal. An arranged marriage. I got divorced. I have been through having an adopted child leave her body, die to most people. I've had a child die. I have been through all of these things and so much more. Relationships that I thought would last until the end of time that didn't. So anything that you can think of, losing a best friend, losing your best lover, all of those things, I have been through them. The only thing I know is I have a great toolkit, and I want to share that with you. So the Empowerment Mastermind, the 6-month mastermind course, there's 12 sections. And we talked last time a little bit about the difference between want and desire and how to really activate your desires and how to work with your legacy. And we can't possibly go over all 12 of them, but I do want you to know that it works with activating your goals, not only defining your goals, but activating your goals. How to clear your environment so you can clear your head. How to actually up-level your self-worth. How to upgrade your self-worth. How to get really creative and claim your joy factor. How to activate your gifts. How to understand sovereignty, which is the most powerful desire of all, especially women. To be sovereign, to have your sovereign domain be powerful and amazing and incredible and alive and whole, right? That you know what it is. When you feel sovereign, you feel like your domain, you understand it, and you understand how you can bring your gifts forth, it's priceless. Okay? Nobody can put a price on it. The thing I want to talk to you today about, well, several things, but the first thing is getting fed. We think, we're in countries in the world. If you're listening to this, I'm betting that you are in a country where food is not a problem. Getting enough food, getting the right food for you. Now that's a whole nother deal. So I want you to understand that feeding you, when I'm talking about feeding, we're going to talk about feeding your mind. What do you feed your mind? Do you feed your mind junk food too? Do you feed you junk food? This beautiful body that you were gifted. My teacher, Yogi Bhajan, used to say, angels are jealous of you. And we think, why? They're angelic beings. He said, because you have this thing they don't have. You have this thing that you can experience all 6 of your senses, right? Including your intuition. You can experience touch and smell and taste. You can experience hearing. You can experience your intuition. You can experience so many things through this conduit that we are given, right? And sometimes when we don't feel loved, we don't feel seen, we don't feel great, we eat badly. Mostly we mainline sugar to feel more sweetness and caffeine to feel more peppy and up and able to be in the world, right? The truth is that I want to give you some tools that you will feel your sweetness. You will feel connected to your sweetness. Once you feel really connected to sweetness, then you don't need to mainline sugar because you understand that we're meant to experience sweetness. We're meant to experience the kiss of the divine. Do you understand that every conscious breath you take, every big, yummy, luscious breath is a kiss of the divine? It's feeding you. But we kind of take it like, yeah, I breathe. Okay. I picked a card from the Osho deck just about this whole empowerment and how I could better serve. And it was a very interesting and odd card that I've never gotten. It was morality. And I was like, what is that about? But morality, meaning the way we think about things, the perspective we have, keeps us locked in a box. And it shrivels us from the inside. This is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, I don't even use those terms. I use the terms effective or ineffective. And if you ask yourself that question, it's so much more neutral. Is this effective for me? Is it not effective? And if you can say, it's not effective, but I'm going to do it anyway, there's not so much guilt because you're just making a choice. So the real question is, if you ask yourself during the day, is this feeding the totality of me? Whatever it is, I'm going to give you a tip. It's really a good tip. When you're talking about food, what happens a lot of times is we wait till we get to the place we call starving, although we know it's not starving. Most of us have never even touched starving. If you've done a 40-day juice fast, then the first 3 or 4 days, you understand what it feels like a little bit. But you know that you're going to get nourishment. It's just not going to be the same as the way we think about it. I mean, look at food. It's like we eat with people. It's a social thing. When we're really doing things to ourselves that don't work, you're usually by yourself, right? You're sitting down in front of the TV, you're eating chips and ice cream and, all this stuff, or you're just throwing candy in your mouth, not even thinking about it. So the connection between these beautiful hands and this, the more conscious you are of this to this, the more that you bless everything that you eat, everything, everything, candy bar, potato chips, doesn't matter. Bless it. And I promise you, instead of eating a whole bag or you just need a few. Okay, that's the difference. Because once you bless you and you bless what is coming to you, you start getting much more connected and feeling like, this guy wants that, but does this really want that? I'm going to tell you a little trick that I used myself and that I love. Stock your car, your purse, your drawers, everywhere you keep and you stick candy and the stuff that you use when you feel stressed out, right? To make you have that moment of like, oh, this is sweet. It can't be all that bad, right? Put something in there that will actually allow you to feel your sweetness, right? That you can feel, oh my God, this. You know, you can have crackers. They last a long time. You can put nut butters in there. You can have these in your drawers. You can make them up and put them in your purse. The thing that you want to do if you have candy bars, even health food candy bars, look at the sugar, okay? I was eating these greenie bars and I thought they were so good for me. And I looked at 22 grams of sugar. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't eat that much normally in a year. So pay attention to the sugar content of what you eat. And there's so many wonderful low sugar options. And I'm going to tell you in terms of sweetener, stevia and birch xylitol. Use one of the two of those. And I'm telling you, I personally don't like the taste of stevia. It's kind of like, but some people love it. And it just cuts down on that glycemic. You still get the sweet, but not the glycemic index, you know, that makes you put on the weight. Okay. Weight is not just a physical thing. We don't just get to weight like all of a sudden I just blew up. No, you're not an inflatable. The weight gets put on because the weight is here. The weight is here. The weight is here. It's like, oh, and then we do the things that make us feel the little sweetness that, you know, we love and that we want and that we cherish. So when you feel like that you're hungry, first, have a drink. Okay, drink some water or drink some tea. And after about 9 o'clock in the morning, try not to make it a caffeinated drink. And I'll tell you what, it will help you to sleep better at night. And if you can sleep better, I've had people tell me, I sleep like I'm dead. Okay, do you have crazy dreams all night long? Okay, there's all of these things. It's not only do you sleep deeply, but do you sleep calmly? Does your whole being feel relaxed and taken care of? So I can give you some great tips. The tip about the little things around, you know, you can have apples in your car for quite a long time. All right, there's certain fruits that last, oranges, apples. You can have those. They'll give you a little sweetness. Having the whole fruit is so much better for you than drinking fruit juice, okay? Because fruit juice, you're getting the concentration without the pulp, without the bulk of the fruit itself. So remember, whole always better than pieces. You can also have nuts and seeds and, you know, put a little bit of, I hate to say dried fruit because actually if you soak the dried fruit, much better for you because dried fruit has had all the water taken out of it. It's a little challenging to digest. And then the other thing is handful. Just have a little handful. You don't need to eat huge portions. If you eat small portions more often, your body has a chance to digest and then relax and then digest and relax, and it doesn't take it so much, right? There's another thing about what you eat and how you eat it. I've seen people eat like, have a glass of orange juice with scrambled eggs and toast. It's like, ah! Okay. You need to give fruit, including fruit juice, 20 minutes in your stomach before you put anything else there because it is digested in your stomach. The rest of the things are only given enzymes and then passed through and digested in your intestinal tract, okay? So Just want you to know that. So 20 minutes, any kind of fruit juice first. And then look at the protein carb combo. Okay. There's really food combinations that work and food combinations that don't work so well. And knowing those and knowing how to really feed your physical body. But how do you feed your emotional body? How when something has just come up and whacked you, you know, it can be really a funky phone call. It can be somebody, looking at you and saying, "Oh, are you tired?" Meaning you're not looking so great today, right? It can be your children telling you what a bad mommy or daddy you've been. It can be, a situation of going to your children's school and having the teacher tell you your child's not focusing. It can be a million things. There's so many aspects to our life right now, right? You've got your business, you've got your home, you've got your children. Maybe you don't have children, you just have a partner. Maybe you're all by yourself and it's the loneliness that consumes you. Our anxiety and our fears eat at us all the time. Anxiety is, oh my God, what can happen? Depression is what didn't happen or what should have happened but didn't, right? All of these things are on us. Think of the amount of medication most people are on. And if you're one of those people, then know that there's ways to slowly get off of it so that you can reclaim your life. I'm almost 67 and I can rollerblade hills. I can do headstands and handstands and I'm on no medication. And I have to tell you that it's possible for you. And I want that for you. It's not about how great I am. It's how I can help you become truly great. So I want to tell you something that you can do when it's like, oh my God, I need that out of my head. So this, okay, your fingers separated, semi-tight, wrists loose. And you're just going to just do this. Just close your eyes. I want you to feel this. Come on, close your eyes. If you're watching this with me or you're watching it later, it doesn't matter. Just close your eyes and just focus and feel what this feels like. Okay, come on. It's going to shake your whole body. It works on your nervous system. It works on resetting your arc line, the energetics around your head, ear to ear. That makes holy people, they have pictures of them with it, right? Come on, breathe. Shake. Come on. I want you to feel this. See how fast my hands are going? It's like you're chopping wood super fast and your hands are the choppers and they're chopping this energy and they're changing the energetics around your head so that you can regain your wholeness. That's what holiness is. Being connected for men to your 9 holes, women to your 10, and what goes in them and what goes out of them. And when you're in control of that, you're holy. Come on, keep shaking. Shake. And inhale deeply. Now feel that energy. Hold the breath in. Don't let it go. Hold the breath in. Hold it. Close your eyes so you can feel the energy. Good. And exhale and put your hands over your heart. Okay. That was short. Okay. But try doing that. Try doing that for 30 seconds to 3 minutes. And I'm telling you, you do that for 3 minutes, you will not remember what you're obsessing about. That phone call will not be important, but the insight that you gained from how to deal with the situation is important. It's not that you have to keep swirling the thing in your head that happened that you wished hadn't, or how bad you feel, or how dare that person talk to you like that. But it's how can you release that and understand what the lesson is and how you can work with it to shift the situation, right? Because until you really get clarity, you can't shift the situation. All you can do is obsess and keep that spinning, and then we become a hamster, right? You're so much more than that, right? And you have to have tools to get you off the track, to get you off the rat race, to get you off the crazies, right? We can all go there. We can all go there, trust me. Even the Dalai Lama, somebody said, "Do you ever get angry?" And he laughed and laughed, and he said, "Of course. It's only how fast I get back." But back to what? You have to understand what your empowered state is so that you have a platform, so that you know where back is, so that you feel that you are a human, the light of the mind, that that's what you are, and that you know how to feed that, and that you know how to get back to that. This program, when I first started teaching it around the world, it was called Get Your Skinny Back. And then I went to teach it in Europe and they were like, what? What does that mean? Because you're skinny. Like, what's the skinny, right? What's the skinny? What's the essence? They didn't get it at all. It was like, oh my God. So then um, my business manager at the time said, what about, I said, well, okay, get empowered. And she's like, well, oh, get back, right? Get your skinny back or get your empowered back. He was like, well, what if you've never been there? What about the people who don't have any connection to having been there? And I was like, okay, so empower your essence and build that foundation so that this feels really clear. So we did this one for clearing the mind, right? It's a good one. So what do you do for your emotional body? When your whole digestive system gets really tight, you get constipated, this is so tight. And we think it's great to have a six pack. And you can have a six pack and have your diaphragm be relaxed. Just ask any singer. I've had, people send me, singing coaches send me people to learn Breath of Fire to relax the diaphragm. Okay. But I want to give you even one better than Breath of Fire. Okay. Because what you want to learn how to do is pump out every day. We get input that we stuff down and we say, I'll deal with it later. I'll think about it later. I don't have the time right now, whatever. And all those emotions get inside of us. Do you think that this plague of cancer is not trying to wake us up? It's trying to wake us up to the environmental pollutions that we have going. It's trying to wake us up to our dietary pollutions that are polluting our body and our emotional and mental pollutants. Okay. I've been through a lot of journeys with cancer, including my adopted daughter and my daughter. Okay. And many, many more. And a current friend, several dear friends. So I want you to understand that cancer is not like, oh, how did I get this? It's all of these pollutants that we take into ourselves, all the things that you think about that take you out, or all the things that you stuff and become ice, right? Yogi Bhajan said one of the biggest things we were going to have to face at this time is what he called a cold depression. Totally functional, but you're just like this. You're not breathing. You don't feel. Therefore, you can do whatever you want to somebody else because you don't feel them. You don't feel you. You're just cut off, disconnected, shut down, ice. So how do we frigging melt the ice? Okay, one of the best ways of releasing emotional stress and distress is laugh. Watch a funny movie, laugh at just random things. Go out and just be around children for a few minutes. Oh my God. They do the best things. It's like, you just have to be around them for a few minutes. And it was like, oh my God, they're just priceless. Younger. Once they start, getting into school, it gets bred out of them. But preschool, the things they say, the things they do. We've got YouTube. Go on YouTube and watch a few things that just make you laugh. Or you can just stretch your arms up, lean back, and for no reason just right? Oh my God. Just do it. It relaxes your diaphragm. Another thing you can do is just inhale, just and hold it and put your hand over your diaphragm and pump, right? Pump your navel in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Just do that hold it for 30 seconds. And then powerfully exhale. Inhale. Pump your diaphragm. Don't do this right after you've eaten. That does not feel good. Good. Pump diaphragm. Pump, 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 pump. Close your eyes just so you can feel the energy of this, because it's really great energy. And powerfully exhale. And inhale. And pump. Yep. And exhale. Okay. Inhale. How do you feel? It clears your head, your brain, and your digestive tract, the most similar organs that aren't dual organs. Like, you have 2 lungs, 2 kidneys, but very similar. The way that they look, the way that they process. So when your digestion is disturbed and when your diaphragm is really tight, your brain, not with you, not for you. And you want your mind, human beings, light of the mind, beings, light of the mind. You want to keep this lit. You want to keep this lit. So why I say close your eyes and look right here. And all of a sudden, doing that thing with pumping your diaphragm turns into a much more profound experience, because you're having a chance to find your pro, which is what this program is all about. All right. So if you're interested, go to my website, gurutej.com, GURUTEJ.com/EYE. And sign up for a 20-minute session with me to find out if this program is right for you. But I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You will be held, you will be supported, you will be given tools, and the best thing yet, you'll be supported in creating habits that sustain you, not just thousands of tools that you're never going to use. You're going to stack on the shelf along with 16 other courses that you've signed up for. No, actually, I want you to have the tools that you need to change the habits. Instead of your habits taking you down, that your habits uplift you so that you can be truly the human being that you came here to be. Sovereignty, right? That your sovereignty can be expanded, that you can know who you are to serve, and that you have the capacity to do that. Activating your goals, not just knowing them, activating them. So your gifts get to come up through your goals. You get to be truly empowered. That's what my mission is. My mission is to empower you so that you can be your own energy guru. And I just want to say, thank you so much for being here with me. And I look forward to being with you more. And if you think that you can get everything from watching my Hangouts, you'll get something, and I'm grateful for that. But if you really want to be held, you really want the changes, you're willing to say, I'm done with that pain. That bad habit has taken me as far down as it possibly can. And I really want to be the empowered being that I signed up and came here to be. Then I can't wait to have you be part of this program. All right, gurutej.com/EYE. And go sign up. We get to talk for 20 minutes. Decide if this is really right for you. Use the tools you got here today. Thank you so much. I loved being with you, and I look forward to being with you more. You're always welcome into my heart and into anything that I have to offer. Bless you, Waheguru.